Hey guys, it's your girl Paula, the Queen from Queens. These are money minutes that matter. It's a talk show where you call me with financial questions and I'll give you financial answers. On this show, we become accountability buddies. Like that? Accountability buddies. We'll walk hand in hand to eliminate debt, to help you maximize your financial future, and to optimize your health. On this show, we're going to tell the predators to take their hands out of our pockets, to leave us alone. We're not going to be tricked by amassing more debt where we can't live and secure our future. We're not going to be tricked by reverse mortgages. We're going to try something new. Let's get this show started. We have Miss Malcolm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida on the line. Hi, Miss Malcolm.
Hello, Paula.
How are you?
Good, very good.
What can I do for you today, ma'am?
Well, I saw you on YouTube and you sounds very interested.
Thank
I would
you.
like to know more about reverse mortgage.
Okay, so you're looking at getting one. Do you currently have one? What do you want to know about reverse mortgages?
I'm looking at getting one.
Okay, so let's talk. How old are you, Miss Malcolm?
67.
You're 67. Are you retired yet?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you're looking at getting a reverse mortgage because you need additional money, because you want to use it for vacation. What do you want to do?
Vacation, of course.
Vacation, of course. Now, do you own your home outright? Are you looking to refinance it? What are you looking to do, Miss Malcolm?
I own the home.
You own the home. So you want to take some equity out your home so that you can live currently?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I got to tell you, Miss Malcolm, are you collecting Social Security?
Yes.
Yes. And do you have a pension or a 401k, anything like that you're collecting?
No.
No. Okay. So Social Security is your primary source of income?
Yes.
And is that not enough for you in order to pay your expenses?
Never enough.
Never enough. Miss Malcolm, do you have a lot of debt?
No.
Okay, so Social Security is not enough, or you want more?
More, of course.
I love you, Miss Malcolm. Okay, so let me tell you, quite honestly, I don't like reverse mortgages. The mortgages, it preys on the elderly. You have to be 62 years or older in order to apply for one. You have to have significant equity within your home, and they're asking you to use your home as a piggy bank. I mean, I've seen the commercials. You've seen the commercial. There's this beautiful, attractive, elderly couple. They're on a cruise line. They're sipping some kind of tropical, beautiful colored drink, and they're all smiles. And they're touting the fact that reverse mortgages are the be-all to end-all. But what it doesn't tell you, Miss Malcolm, is that it uses the equity within your home. So just to get started on a reverse mortgage, the fees are astronomical. They can be upward of $6,000, not including a loan origination fee. Okay. Also, the interest rates are much higher. So let's say if you have a conventional mortgage loan, and let's say 3.5%, you can have a reverse mortgage as high as 4.75%. Why? Because you're higher at risk. You have no active income coming in, and you're taking money that you have on reserve to use currently, so you're a high risk. So ultimately, you're not in a position to leave any assets to your heirs. Do you have any children?
Yes.
And I'm assuming that they're all adults, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So let's just say if your house is valued at, let's say, maybe $250,000, and then you take out, you use a reverse mortgage, they'll either give you a lump sum of $150,000, or they'll give you a debit card or a checkbook, and you're constantly just writing out money. And say if your life expectancy is another 20 years, so you may live until you're 87, 90 years old. But what happens at that point if you're no longer alive? What happens to your home? What happens to your home if you die? So,
I can imagine it goes straight to reverse mortgage.
It goes right to reverse mortgage. So let's just say now, if your house increases in value, well then your kids now have to pay the percentage of the estimated value of your home. So let's say if you took out $150,000, your kids may have to pay $250,000 to get your house back. Right. So if they can't help you and give you $250,000 now, imagine when they're trying to retain the family's asset. It's not a win-win situation. Yeah. So are you in a position maybe where you can work a few hours? Maybe take on a second job, doing something you love, childcare, adult care, working in Walmart, doing something that's not very physically taxing, but that will bring you in a supplemental cash that you need so you can prepare for your vacation.
Yeah, but in in these times with the coronavirus, with all this.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm a higher 67-year-old woman.
But guess what? You can't travel anyway with COVID. So you can sit home until the end of the year when there's a vaccine, keep yourself safe, and then maybe next year this time, you can start putting away money to prepare for your next vacation. I really wouldn't suggest you do a reverse mortgage, ma'am.
You sound like a true friend and family. Thank you very much for this advice.
Well, I appreciate you calling me. And please continue watching and follow me on YouTube, okay?
Sure, I will.
We have Miss Helen Smith from Atlanta, Georgia on the line. Hi, Helen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm all right.
Good.
Trying to make it through this quarantine.
You're in a lot of... Come on, it's only been 10 weeks of suffrage. I mean, how much worse can it become?
All right.
How's the ATL?
Craziness right now. Trying to hold it together.
Well, what can I do for you, Miss Helen?
So I just want to ask some questions about paying off some debt, like how do I get started and what's important to take care of first, things like that.
Okay, well tell me, why is Helen in debt? Are you actively working, Helen?
I am actively working. My debt is actually pre all of this. Started from kind of like college on to now. So I'm just trying to clear some things up. I was one of those college students that got every credit card that was offered to me.
Did you have a rainbow of colors?
I did. I definitely did. Like, I had credit cards that I probably had no business having. Like, I had an airline one and I didn't need it because I flew for free, so don't ask me why I got that.
So you just was asking for more and more debt. You just brought it on, huh?
Yes, I did, unfortunately.
Okay, so you're actively working, are you laid off, are you getting unemployment, where are you?
So I am currently still working on my full-time job, yes.
Okay, so talk to me about your debt then.
So I have a few credit cards, I have some hospital bills, and I have a couple of like cable, cell phone situations. That's the gist of it.
Helen, what is a cable cell phone situation? So a couple of times I put my name on a couple of cell phone or cable bills for friends or family members, and it turned around and bit me in my butt. Yes, it did. And you know you deserve that bite, don't you?
Yes, I do know I deserve that, but trust me, I'm not putting my name on anything else.
Okay, Miss Helen.
Caleb may not even be able to get me to get anything for him.
How old are you, Helen?
I am 33.
You're 33, so you know you're in big trouble with me, Miss Helen. What does it mean, a few credit cards?
Say that again.
What does a few credit cards mean? How much credit card debt do you have?
If I had to guess off the top of my head, I would say about $5,000.
$5,000. And what is your college debt? And when did you finish college?
Oh God, my college college debt is at least in the 100,000, and I'm actually still in college, so I just signed up for my master's.
So you started college at what time? 18, 19, 20?
Yes.
And you've had college debt for 13 years?
Yep.
How are you paying for your master's degree, Helen?
With financial aid.
Is that grants, scholarships, or more debt?
More debt.
Helen? Okay.
I know.
Okay. So tell me, what are your hospital bills for? Why were you hospitalized?
So things that have to do with my health, with my diabetes, and during times where I didn't have health insurance, like mainly when I was in college.
Of course.
Ever since I've been working, I've had health insurance. So this is mainly from like being when I was in college.
Sure. Okay. So let's go through this really quickly. So your hospital bills, are you currently paying on your bills? Are they up to date?
No, they are not.
No.
Mainly because at this point they've been sold to collection agencies, so I would need to find out how I can find out which collection agency.
Helen, what is your credit score?
It is 559.
Oh, that's not bad. I was thinking 359.
Right?
Okay, Helen, are you doing anything pleasurable? Because I know Atlanta and I know the women in the ATL are absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. I was just there last spring on a girls trip and you guys were magnificent. Are you like a Louis Vuitton girl getting your hair and nails done every week? Are you vacationing? What are you doing with this money?
So I did take a vacation before this pandemic started.
Mm-hmm.
I went to St. Lucia.
Ooh, nice.
Other than that, I'm actually not that much of a girly girl, so I don't have to have my nails done. My hair, yes, I do have to have my hair done, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a $600 sew-in, just as long as I look decent. So, and yes, no, I don't own a Louis Vuitton. I would love to, but right now, the only name brand I have in my closet is Michael Kors.
Okay, Helen, this is your homework. Your homework is to contact all 3 credit bureaus. Secondly, I need you to go to my website, www.robertstargetfinancials.com. I have a lot of good resources on there. One, I have a credit score tool, which tells you where you stand in your credit score. Are you bad, good, very good, excellent? That's the span. And it tells you what makes up the credit report in terms of what types of debt you have, your repayment history, how long you've had credit. Check all that out. Contact the credit bureaus. I'll put the names and the websites at the bottom of the screen. Go to my website, download the budget sheet, download the debt repayment form. And I have an article that I wrote on my website, and it's called Just Say No. Okay? So I want you to call all of your creditors and say, hey, I want to make this right. Call them and let them know what's going on, and let's you and I continue to have this conversation, because I want to walk you back and help you map out a plan to become debt free, okay? Okay. Miss Helen, I got my eye on you.
Now, is moving in with you also an option?
No, moving in with me is not an option. Helen, you have a great day, okay?
You too. Thank you, Paula.
We have Denise from Macon, Georgia on the line. Hi, Denise.
Hi, Paula.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
I'm so excited to talk to you.
Oh, thank you. Have you heard my show before, seen my show?
Yes, I've seen your show several times, and I learned a lot of information from it.
Well, thank you very much for calling. What can I do to help you today?
Well, I am in the process of preparing for retirement, and I have several retirement accounts, but I just paid off my debt, and I'm wondering what is the best way for me to go about preparing going forward for retirement.
That is amazing.
What should I look for?
How much debt did you pay off, Denise?
I paid off $10,000
Over what period of time?
in 5 months.
Oh, that's awesome. I am so happy for you. So let's talk about retirement. How old are you, Denise?
I am 60
You're 60. And when are you planning to retire?
in about 6 years.
In 6 years. Okay, so 66. And, you're very tight because you were born in 1960?
Yes.
Okay, so the Social Security cutoff, and I'm not saying that you can't, right? But if you want to receive full Social Security benefits, if you were born before 1960, then you can retire at the age of 66 with full retirement benefits from Social Security. If you were born after 1960, then you have to retire at age 67 with full Social Security benefits. But maybe you don't need Social Security until later, because if you wait until you're 70, then you get 120% of your benefits. So you said you have multiple retirement accounts?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, so do you have 401ks, 403bs, SEP IRAs, Roth? What do you have?
I have 403bs and a Roth account and one rollover account.
That's beautiful. And how long have you been saving?
Well, I started one of those accounts when I was at the age of 36. Well, most of them, and I recently, within the last 5 years, started the last one, the 403b.
Well, you've been saving for 24 years. So what people don't realize, and I'm glad that you were smart with it, because life gets in the way. At 30, we're having children, we're buying homes, we're trying to live, but no one's thinking about saving. So you were smart. You started saving when you were 36 years old. So you've amassed the amount of money, and you also have paid off $10,000 of debt. That's excellent, because 80% of all Americans live paycheck to paycheck. We have a national consumer debt of $13 trillion. We have more than 350 million credit cards in America. So people don't realize that debt steals from you. If you can envision with 350 million cards in America, if each card only paid $10, and you and I both know some of the interest is hundreds of dollars a month. Even at $10, that's $3.5 billion a month in interest that the banks are making. $3.5 billion of interest. So you are amazing. You're saving money. You've paid off debt. You're saving money. Now you can better prepare for your retirement. So excellent.
Yeah.
So may I ask you, approximately how much money do you have in your retirement accounts?
Find about 240,000.
That's beautiful. And do you own your own home? Are you going to downsize? What's your plan for your home?
I do own my own home, and I am planning on downsizing.
Okay. So that equity that you have in your home, you can now add to your retirement, and you can make really good decisions, right? Because if you retire at 66, if you get full Social Security benefits, if you have $300,000, and let's just say if you live another 20 years, you have about $1,600, $1,700 a month that you're contributing to your retirement on top of your Social Security benefits. So you're making out like a bandit. You were really smart in your investment, I'm sure, and you're doing wonderful things with it so you can prepare for your retirement.
Awesome.
Now, where are you planning to go for retirement?
That I have not actually worked out yet. I have my mother, who I care for, and will plan on caring for her. The care she's going to need is going to be upgraded at some point.
Sure.
So it'd probably be to stay local at least for a while.
Excellent. Well, I think you're doing an amazing job. And I just read an article yesterday and it's on Platinum Bridge Wealth Strategies. And the article is entitled, "For Professional Black Women, You Will Live Long, but Can You Afford to?" And it starts out saying, "Dear Black women, you are highly educated, very successful, and achieving all your career goals. You are also outliving both white and Black men. However, your success belies the fact that you are not saving enough for retirement. And most of you don't know it. Below, we discuss the many roadblocks Black women are facing in securing their retirement over their entire lifetimes and the key to overcoming them." So some of the roadblocks are lack of generational wealth, taking care of family members, income inequalities, marital status, and not investing wisely. So it seems to me, Denise, that you're making really smart moves. And if you're looking to retire at age 66, it seems to me that you're on a really good path.
Awesome.
Okay?
Well, yes, that's awesome. That makes me feel, gives me a level of comfort and that I'm going down the right way.
And you know, since you paid off $10,000, you have no debt. You can really bulk up your retirement savings, because at your age, you can save $26,000 a year. So $26,000 a year over the next 6 years, you're looking at another $150,000 that you can possibly add towards your $300,000 and have a substantial amount, not including compound interest.
Be my next question: where to put the money that I've saved now?
I am not an investment advisor, and I don't want to mislead you, and I don't recommend anyone in particular, but my show in the month of May, my last show, I had an investment advisor there. He's an excellent person. He's actually my advisor, but I think you should listen to that show, and he gave some amazing tidbits on how we can prepare and do the right things towards investing our money for retirement. So use that advice and then look for someone in your area possibly. We have Natalie from Maryland on the line. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, Paula.
How are you?
Doing well. Just hanging in there, taking it day by day, but making progress.
I'm glad to hear that. What can I do for you?
Well, Miss Paula, I was calling you because I have seen your YouTube channel, a few of your videos, and became a fan of it.
Thank you.
But I also wanted to share with you that I had started a new venture, and I wanted to know if I'm doing the wrong thing.
If you're doing the wrong thing. So tell me, why did you start a new adventure, Natalie?
Well, it started way back in January. I am a mother of 3, and during that time, I was pregnant with my 3rd child. So in January, I had to go to maternity leave. I was employed at that time.
Congratulations.
However, thank you. However, I didn't have any benefits. So automatically, my household income, we lost half of our income within our family. So even during that time, when I went on maternity leave, you know, we had a savings, so we were living paycheck to paycheck. But we were managing because we had a savings. However, when COVID hit, I was supposed to return back to work in April. But COVID happened, and I was informed by my employer that we got laid off. So I was laid off. And I think at that time, when I received that phone call, I immediately started to panic. I started thinking about my family and just like a rush of emotions came over me, just thinking like, what's gonna happen? What's our next move? Because let me just stress that we lost half of our income during that time.
So you're a family of 5. Are you married? Is there another source of income in your household?
Yes, I have a husband.
Okay.
With my 3 kids.
Okay.
At home.
Okay.
So we were relying on his checks to just keep our head above water throughout my maternity leave. So I was looking forward to returning back to work in April, but COVID happened, and it just kind of, with feeling all the emotions and just the stress level that happened into my family, like it just made me think, what is going to be my next step? It started making me focus, like, how can I think? I had to think outside the box, because I was put in a situation where, as every mother that I know, you know, just always wants to provide for their family, make sure they're good, they're secured. So to have that kind of financial freedom, I had to think outside the box, and I started a new journey, which I participated in a multi-level marketing with a beauty cosmetic company, and it's kind of like a franchise, but I get to do this now at home with my children.
Okay.
And it became a source of income.
Okay. So let's back this up a little bit, Natalie. You made me a little teary-eyed when you said what every mother goes through. So I'm a mother of 4. And I felt that panic when you have so much financial uncertainty. So, okay. So are you back at work? Has your job reopened? Now that COVID, some of the cities are reopening. Has your job reopened?
It did. And I actually returned back to work on Friday recently.
Okay.
But when when COVID happened and we were informed that we were laid off for an uncertain amount of time, it was just that uncertainty was there.
Yeah.
So we weren't informed when we were going to return back to work. So that stress that I felt was pretty immense. And even then, with a bunch of thousands, I'm talking about many people applying for unemployment, that process itself took forever.
Yeah.
Took about 2 to 3 weeks just to get a letter in the mail saying you got approved or you didn't get approved. Fortunately, I did get approved. However, it did take time, and still that stress level was high for me and my family.
So tell me this, are you back to working full-time at full employment status? I know some jobs are reducing hours or reducing salaries. Are you back to full status?
I am back to full status.
Good.
I am. But the beauty about just returning back to work, I now have some type of peace of mind, knowing that I started my own business. I took a leap and a risk on myself. I thought outside the box. And it allows me to feel more comfortable going in those doors, not knowing that if any moment, at any given moment, something can happen, those doors shut, I have that opportunity still in front of me that I'm succeeding in as well.
Well, you know, that's called the leap of faith. And faith is the substance of things hoped for, as evidenced by by things not seen. But it's a walk of faith, right? And you have to sometimes do it afraid, but you have to get it done. So let me say this to you. I said this to a previous caller, that back in 2008, 2009, during the housing scare, a lot of multi-million and multi-billion dollar businesses were created. Venmo. You know Venmo?
Yes.
Venmo, Groupon, Uber. Have you ever used Uber?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have.
All of those things came after the housing scare. And people made it a success. I'm sure thousands of businesses tried. And maybe, 1 out of 10 fail. 1 out of 10 businesses do well. 9 out of 10 fail. But if you never try, then there's something that's impeding you because it's fear. Faith can knock out fear. Faith tells you to do it anyway. Faith tells you that on the other side of the mountain, there's potential. You know Oprah. Right?
Yeah.
So Oprah had a tour this year, and I attended her tour in New York. And her motto was, and what she was trying to encourage all Americans that were on this tour is to do it anyway. Just keep doing it. She says when you're 20 and 30, just do whatever you can do to get yourself on board. By the time you're 40, you should be walking out your life's adventures, living out your passion. By the time you're 50, you should be having a lot of significant success so that it can prove to you that it's all possible. And let me tell you, I believe the motto was, I can, I will, watch me. So there's a couple of books that I'd like to encourage you to read. And one book is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a much older book. I read it many, many years ago. But it talks about how people value money. And his name is Robert Kiyosaki. And what he said was that the poor and the middle class, they work for money. But the rich have money work for them. So it talks about the tools of investing, saving, properly preparing. Even when you take risk, you can be in a position where you can mitigate the risk. A lot of us started out, I'm from the housing projects in Queens, New York. So a lot of us started out, it doesn't matter where you start, it's a matter of where you continue to go. Oprah, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, even Magic Johnson recently during COVID, he donated $100 million to the Small Business Association because they ran out of money for women and minority-owned businesses. So I say go for it. I say it's all possible. Don't not live your dreams. And if it doesn't work, multi-level marketing teaches you discipline. It teaches you how, it gives you a playbook, step by step. This is how you approach your clients. This is how you ensure that the product is what they ask for. This is how you follow up. Am I correct? Do you get like classes and lectures?
100%, yeah.
100%. And there's someone above you teaching you how to walk the steps. Am I correct?
Yes.
So I think you're doing an amazing job, and I say go for it.
Okay.
Okay, so I think you're doing the right thing. I think not having yourself in a situation where you're dependent upon another to feed your family is a big deal.
It is. I mean, and it definitely took a lot of, like you mentioned, a big leap of faith on myself. And it just opened my eyes because every day, even with this business, you're starting to just grow personally, like a personal development level. You're also making a change within your community, empowering other women.
That's right.
You know, and it's just it's made such a difference in my life already, on a personal and financial level already. And I'm starting to see the progress. And thank you. I really appreciate you giving me these advice.
Natalie, I'm proud of you. You have a great day, okay?
Thanks.
Okay, so another show to the end, and I gotta say, I appreciate you guys. You guys are an amazing audience. Thank you for following me on EAJ1023radio.com, as well as on my YouTube channel. I am not charging for financial advice. I am a financial coach. My focus is debt management. I want people to know and understand that debt is a disease that can be cured. And when you have debt, it hinders what you can do with your money. You can't travel, you can't go on vacation, you can't properly plan for your retirement. As you see with one of our callers here, she's paid off all her debt. So now she can focus on how to retire, how to take care of her mom, and any expenses that come up. We had another caller on here who has a tremendous amount of debt, and now she's going back to school. Is that a good decision? You know, the question becomes, if you get a master's degree, what will that do for you financially? You don't want to incur $150,000 of debt to get an increase of a couple of dollars an hour. Is a reverse mortgage a blessing or a curse? You know, it looks very rosy. There is an article on AARP that talks to you about some of the benefits and some of the downfalls of reverse mortgages. And what it does say is because it's so risky that you need to have counseling before you can be granted this mortgage. Things have changed, I believe, in 2017. If you outlive your reverse mortgage and you weren't dead, then they can take you from your home and take your equity within the home, take your home because you can't afford to pay back the loan. Now they don't do that. Now you can stay in your home for your lifetime, but then you have no assets to pass down. What is important? Try something new. Like our caller, she's trying a new business adventure. If you don't try because you're afraid of failing, then you'll never have any success at it. I love you, and I want you to know that faith conquers fear. Thank you for watching.
Roberts Targets Financial is not a certified professional service of finances, brokers, accountants, taxes, insurance, or legal. We research the advice that is given to provide the most accurate, up-to-date information. This information is designed to work in conjunction with your information. All information is suggestions. We recommend that you consult with a trusted licensed professional for your specific decisions. All information is for general purposes. We are not liable for any losses or gains. We accept no responsibility for any decisions made after participating on or from listening to the show or from Roberts Targets Financials. If you like this episode, hit the subscribe button.